you're looking at about 2 weeks or so.
2 weeks. Okay, sounds good. Good to know. Just because I wasn't aware that I actually already had missed 2 sessions, you know.
Yeah, look, you've missed the fundamentals,
Mhm.
so you can always go back and look at those videos and, catch up and come back with any questions you have. You haven't missed any homework assignments, you haven't missed any class activities or anything like that. Well,
Okay,
you missed the one class activity which we can go over again today,
sounds good.
but you haven't missed a lot, but always because there's a lot we talk about, right? So
Sure.
it's better to, sit down and listen. It's at 6 hours, so it's not a small amount.
Right,
Six
absolutely.
hours, right? All right. So you both, three of you get a pass for today. We won't put you on the firing squad line for Q&A, but the other ones get ready. All right. So today we're going to start from the bottom, like we did last time. We start from the top, so we'll start from the bottom. Sayed,
Hi, can you hear
Sayed.
me?
Yes, I can hear you now. You're off mute. Good. All right. So quickly, what is the definition of business analysis, or what does a business analyst do?
So, you're the bridge of communication between business shareholders and tech shareholders.
Mm-hmm. Good. And what are you doing there?
Um, Sorry if I'm a little flustered. I couldn't get the audio. I just turned it on right now.
No
Um,
problem. What is your job? What is your job? I know you said you're a communication hub, agreed, but that's not the only job, right? What is your job? What is your official job? What are you there to do?
you are.
There was a definition of business analysis is the skill. That definition is what I'm looking for.
Oh, got it.
By the way, guys, for the newbies, I go through the first 15, 20, 30 minutes, sometimes doing a Q&A session. That is to ensure that you guys are taking notes. As a business analyst, one of your primary skills is the communication skill, right? Which includes listening and note taking. So everything that we cover in the class gets shared with you, but doesn't get shared with you for the first few weeks. That is to ensure that you guys are doing a good job of paying attention, taking notes, and you are able to, replicate the information that is being conveyed to you back. All right. So make sure if you're not taking notes, you're going to have a hard time in my class. All right. Coming back to Sayed. Sayed, what is your role and responsibilities?
Um, you will basically
You've been taking notes, Sayed?
you'll be looking for the causes
Hello,
of
Sayed.
project
What
failures.
happened to Sayed's audio?
You can hear me?
Guys, you can hear me?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
cannot
we
hear
can
me?
hear you.
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Sorry, guys, can you
I
hear
guess
me?
Sayed is having troubles with his audio. On and off mute, I can
Sorry,
see.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
I
you
don't
now.
know. I'm sorry. I'm not sure why that's happening. So you basically you're gonna be looking for causes of project failures.
No,
No.
no. Why are you looking for causes of project failure? You don't want to. Project failure happens a little late, right? Okay, let me ask you another question. All right. Your job as a business analyst is number one, to understand the business needs, not the project failures and causes, right? The pain points that business is facing, yes, but not project failure. Project failure is a very bad thing to be talking about, right? That means something has gone really severely wrong, right? And we are trying to hopefully, it's not too late and we can correct what has gone wrong. But your job as a business analyst is not to be looking at project failure and stuff like that. That's typically whose job? Who's trying to monitor the project and ensure that it doesn't fail? Who's that guy?
Project
Project
manager?
manager.
The
Project
PM,
manager.
right? So the PM is the one that's monitoring the entire project and making sure that that project failure is not happening, right? So his job, right, by definition, is to ensure that the budget is being looked at, the time, the constraints, the deliverables. He's the overall responsible for every deliverable of the project, right? He doesn't do it, but he monitors everything, right?
Yeah.
His job is to
Right.
ensure that everything is going according to plan. He's the one that puts the plan together. He's the one that follows the plan. He ensures that, if there are any risks, issues, those are being mitigated, they're being brought to light, right? That's what a PM does, right? Not a BA. BA's job is to deal with the business stakeholders. So, Sayed, let me ask you a different question. Who are the three different business stakeholders we talked about on a project, typically?
No, I hear you now. I didn't know you were speaking to me. Sorry. I thought you. Okay.
One Sayed. Is there more than one Sayed?
Yeah. From what I remember, I thought there was one more. Sorry.
You are front and center right now.
I'm front and center. Yes.
So, who are the different business stakeholders? We talked about three of them. Name the three business stakeholders you have learned.
We have.
All right, guys, gotta take notes and you gotta revise these notes before you come to my class. Otherwise, you're gonna be in this situation that we're in right now. Sharoz, same question.
Hello, sir. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Yes, so the three stakeholders are project sponsor, business stakeholder. Yeah. Project sponsor, project manager, and SMEs.
No, not project manager. You almost had it. SME is correct. It is client manager.
Okay. Sorry.
Client, right? Now, the client manager may also be a PM. Don't get me wrong. He may be playing the role of a PM, but the official title is client manager. So you have project sponsor, PS, you have client manager, and you have the SME.
SMEs.
Okay, tell me who is a project sponsor? What does he do or she do?
It's basically like he's basically investing the money and planning all the stuff, giving us like giving instructions and all that.
Correct. So he's typically or she's typically the business head,
Mm-hmm.
right? They are
Yeah.
responsible for providing the funding for the project, right? So the funding comes through them, right?
Yes.
They're also the critical decision makers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So any critical decisions will go to them for approval. Okay, that's
Okay.
their key role to give the funds to make the tough decisions. I need more funds, gotta go to the project sponsor. You need a shift in the timeline, gotta go to the project sponsor. You're missing your timelines, it's gotta go to the project sponsor, right?
Exactly.
Because they are the business head. All right. Shamraksha, Shamraksha, am I saying that right?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning. All right. What does the client manager and the SMEs do? So let's start with the client manager.
Client manager do the similar responsibility is project is sponsor,
Correct?
accept the budget control and taking the critical decision.
Correct. So they are the person that typically reports to the business head, right? The project sponsor. They are doing very similar activities as the project sponsor. They're monitoring, keeping sure everything is going well and everything, but they do not take the critical decisions, though that approval needs to come from the business head, the project sponsor. Okay. And what is an SME? What does SME stand for?
Subject matter expert.
These are the subject matter experts, correct. And what do they do?
They are any individual having the in-depth knowledge of a topic relevant to the business need and solution scope.
Very good. So they are the ones that a BA would be interacting the most with, right? They are anyone that has in-depth knowledge of the topic which is relevant to the business needs, right? So even the project sponsor can be considered an SME because he has the business knowledge, right? He didn't get to that position without the business knowledge. And same thing is with client manager. But what happens is client managers and the project sponsors are very, very busy, right? So the BA won't get Sayuddin, Mohammed, please put yourself on mute. I'm getting static from you. Shukran. So they don't have the time to give to the BA. So the BA has to have dedicated SMEs that the BA will be spending a lot of time with, trying to identify the business need, the business problem, coming up with what we call the key business requirements. We talked about that last time. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Salman, you were out last.
And also, please.
Of course. What else are you taking those notes for, Salman?
Sure,
But
sure.
next time, look at them before you know your number is up.
Okay, okay. Tax stakeholder.
While he's looking at his notes, I just had a quick question about the SMEs again, just because I'm taking notes down.
Sure.
So obviously they're referred to as subject matter experts and they interact the most with the BAs. What are, I think
Well,
there
BAs
was,
interact most with them. Remember, an SME has a job already, right? So he
okay.
has a day job. It's what we always call them, right? Another responsibility they get is to talk to the business analyst and have the business analyst understand what they are facing, what problems they're looking to resolve, and issues as such.
So what were the two other things that the SMEs do besides connecting with the BA?
No, okay. So let's say you're building a loan origination